What's good, people? Welcome back to another video. Long Legz AFC. It is my match prediction. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest at the Emirates, 12:30 tomorrow. Back from which feels like the longest international break. I know we have to do this. World Cup qualifiers, they're important, but sometimes it's like we're 3 games in. Let us get warmed up. At least get warmed up first, you know what I mean, before you stop the football. But we are back tomorrow, 12:30, early kickoff down at the Emirates. I want to start with this video we're doing match predictions and we're doing my starting combined 11 between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Let's start with my combined Arsenal and Nottingham Forest 11, which this is not easy. This was not easy. So we're going to start in goal. We're going to go with David Raya in goal. I don't think anyone would argue that. Let's go right back. We're going to start with Ola Anaya at right back. Timber's been really good, but I think for me, overall, this guy tips it. I think if Timber continues the way he's playing, then no issues. But I like Ola Anaya. I like the way he plays on the right for Forest. He gets up and down that pitch really well. You'll see in the game on Saturday how he does try and get the ball into Wood quite a lot, crossing. So we'll see. Left back, I've got me Lewis Skelly. I don't think there's a better left back in the world right now. Personally, I don't think there's a better left back in the Prem. He can do everything, and he's still so young. Still so young. So yeah, that's my choice. Centre backs are going with Gabriel and Murillo. I really like Murillo for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he's my type of centre back, man. He's got a good touch on the ball. He drives forward. If he sees a space in the CDM position, he'll drive forward with the ball. He's good in the air. He likes to get amongst it when there's a corners, when he's attacking. Yeah, really good centre back. And obviously Gabriel, he's like the maverick. For me, probably the best centre back. Probably the best centre back in the Prem, along with Van Dijk. But yeah, Gabriel is that guy, man. He's a true leader. Has to be in the team. They're going to go in midfield. So I chose this same midfield for my predicted or started 11 for England, which is Anderson for Nottingham Forest and Declan Rice for Arsenal. I think those two play really well for England as CDMs. I think they did everything they needed to do. I think they probably could have scored a couple of goals between them as well in the game. Serbia? I think Rice probably had 4 or 5 chances, just didn't connect with the ball well enough. But I think Anderson and Rice look really good in the team together. So it's going to be interesting in watching them two play against each other now after just spending a week or so in the camp for England. So yeah, it's going to be a good matchup in the midfield. Right, this is where it got really tough for me, and I really struggled to pick whether it's like, sometimes I pick on form, sometimes I pick on my kind of playing style that I like to see on the pitch. Sometimes I pick on how they would play with other players. Sometimes I pick on what they did last season and then what I'm expecting to see this season. A lot goes into this thought process. So this was really tough. Let's start on the right, which is probably the easiest position to pick. I've gone with Noni Madueke for Arsenal. I think he got his goal during the international break. I think that was against Serbia. He got a couple assists against Andorra. Played really well against Liverpool. We're not doing the well-played FC thing, but he did play well. And I think while Saka's injured, he's really stepped into that position very well for club and country. And I don't think anyone can doubt his actual ability. And yeah, I'm grateful we've got Noni Madueke in our team. Yes, I do think that Ethan Wanyeri can play on the right as well, but we haven't seen him this season. He did play and score for the under-21s. I didn't actually watch the game, so I'm not going to comment, but I do think Madueke just tips it right midfield for me going forward. Okay, on the left, you know I can't pick him. I can't pick him. I can't put him on the left. I can't, because he's had an absolute stinker this season and a stinker last season. Has to be Hudson-Odoi. I don't think there's a debate for that. Hudson-Odoi. I mean, don't get me wrong. Forest haven't had a great start to the season. I believe they won their first game. Can't remember who they won against. They drew against Palace. Yeah, they drew against Palace. And then they lost against West Ham. I think, was that the game West Ham scored like 3 goals in like the last 10, 15 minutes? Something crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Something crazy. And were they at home? Yeah, Forest were at home. They lost 3-0 at home in the last 15, 20 minutes. Mad thing. So yeah, on the left, we're going with Hudson-Odoi. I just think that Arsenal going forward on the left has been a sticky point for a long time now. And we're not going through it. This ain't a video for it. But we ain't got nothing on the left right now. We're going to see what's going on Saturday though. You get me? Because there's certain man that could play on the left, that should play on the left. It's a woulda, shoulda, coulda. Just play the man on the left. I ain't going to say nothing. To Hudson on the left. In the 10. This was tough for me. Because, like I said, how I pick my players, right? We've seen the international break. And I watched the highlights of Norway. I watched most of the game. But enough, I did fall asleep. So I watched the rest of it on highlights. And Ødegaard, like the way he's playing, he's like, he's creating chances, he's going forward, he's playing 1-2s with Haaland, he's putting Haaland through on the ball on the floor, up in the air, dinking over. There's a lot going on, and I'm thinking, I haven't seen none of that this season for Arsenal. I saw a tiny bit of it in the pre-season in one of the games. I think that was only because of the pressure of Wanyeri. I think Wanyeri started in the 10 that game. So, yeah. But I haven't seen it in the Prem in the first 3 games yet. We're only 3 games in. We've won 2, drawn. 1-2, lost 1. So, there's still a lot of time left. I still believe Ødegaard is that guy. But when it comes to combined 11, I'm picking the best. And for me, Morgan Gibbs-White picks it over Ødegaard. Haven't seen Wanyeri in the 10 really, apart from a little pre-season thing. I think there's other players that could play in the 10, but again, haven't seen them in the 10. Havertz is injured. Eze hasn't played there for Arsenal. I'm going to give it to Morgan Gibbs-White. I have to. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. I feel like Arsenal got a lot of players that play 2 positions, personally. Like even on the right, Noni Madueke, I don't know if he's an actual right winger or left winger, or I don't know. He looks good on the right though. He looks good on the right. But I've seen him look good on the left as well, so I don't even know, blood. I don't even know, fam. But yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White through the centre, number 10. You get me? Then, this is just tough, fam, because if we're looking for a number 9 now, I wish I'd done 4-4-2 actually, because I should have done a 4-4-2 and then picked Gyökeres and Wood up front. Because now what's going to happen is I've got to pick 1 out of the 2. Now, Wood has scored 2 goals this season so far. Gyökeres has scored 2 goals this season so far. There isn't really much in it. We can't really go on what ifs and potentials. I can't anyway. So what I can go on is the previous season. I can I compare the Premier League to the Portuguese League? I don't know. I don't know if that's allowed, blood, because it's like, there's a term goes around like premiership proven ability, right? You know what you're going to get. Which is why I was gutted when Cunha went to United, because I was like, I've seen what that guy can do. I'd like to see him at Arsenal. When I went to United, I'm like, flipping hell, man, I've seen what he can do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They've got these Premier League players that are proven in this league. They're up to speed already. So, with that being said, I saw what Chris Wood done last season. I think he got 20 plus goals. I can't remember the exact number, but He shocked us all. I don't care what anyone says. Nottingham Forest shocked us all last season. Great team. I think everyone loves Forest because no one's really from Nottingham Forest. No one's got any there's no rivalry between us down here and Forest at all. So it's like a love thing for them. And I think like Chris Wood, to be fair, I don't even know why he doesn't get a shout. Is he English? I'm sure the man's English blood. I don't know how he don't get a shout for England. Really and truly. But I guess, is he going to get in front of Kane? Watkins. I mean, he scored more than Watkins last season. But anyway, so for number 9, I've gone Chris Wood over Victor Gyökeres. However, it's okay. I'm going to put my starting 11, combined Arsenal 11, on screen now. Boom. That's a sick team. However, my predictions say otherwise. I think on Saturday at 12:30 at the Emirates, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. We've got Ange Postecoglou returning back to the Emirates, blood, in red and white. Now, what's their away kit? They got a black kit. I'm colourblind. I swear they got like is it cream? Bro, I'm colourblind. Hold my hands up. But yeah, they could be in the black kit. Their third kit. So yeah, we've got Ange returning on Saturday. That's crazy though. I can't believe this brother's back in the Premier League. Like, what's going on? The season's already warming up. It's taking a turn already. My score predictions for Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Saturday at 12:30 at the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 0. That's my predictions. You're going to think that, but how comes you picked Chris Wood to go up front over Victor Gyökeres? Because like I said, based on the Prem season he had last year, they both scored 2 goals this season. I can't pick Victor. However, come Saturday, I believe Victor will get a goal. I think Gyökeres is a player who will score 1 goal in every 3 games this season. Whether it's Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup or FA Emirates Cup. He will score 1 in 3 games at a minimum. That is what I believe. On Saturday, we will be doing this. We will be doing the celebration on Saturday. 2-0. I don't think Chris Wood's good enough to beat Gabs. He hasn't got that movement. I just think we'll lock Forest down. They're not in form. They're really not in form. They're not playing well. Saturday will be easy. Not easy, but it'll be a comfortable victory for Arsenal at the Emirates. 2-0. We'll let Forest know who's boss. Yes, you're in the top 6 from last season, but we'll let you know who runs things. Yeah, this is North London, rude boy. Don't come to North London and get 3 easy points. It just doesn't happen. Not at the Emirates, and you're going to find out on Saturday. So my predictions, Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Victor Gyökeres with a goal, and I'm gonna go for Madueke with a goal as well. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0. Comfortable victory. Some good football being played. Some good head-to-head challenges. Like I said, you've got Rice and Anderson. They've just spent a week and a half at the camp in England. In Serbia and Andorra. So you've got some really good challenges head-to-head there. You've got what's his name? Not Milenkovic. It is Milenkovic or Milenkov, one of the two. And Murillo up against Gyökeres, so big physical battles. You've got Saliba's injured, so you've got Gabs up against Chris Wood, so there's a lot of physicality going to be happening in the team. I think Mosquera is going to play. I don't know who's going to play up top, at the back, so you never know with Arteta. He could put Calafiori in next to him and Skelly on the left, or he could put Ben White. You just don't bloody know, mate. Like I said, early on, we've got a lot of players who can play in 2 positions, which is why even as Arsenal fans sometimes, when we see the starting 11, there's no one can predict the starting 11 for Arsenal. No one can. I challenge you. I challenge anyone watching this video or anyone you know he's an Arsenal fan, send this them video and challenge them to pick the starting 11 this Saturday. Challenge them. I will send them an Arsenal shirt if they can. I do this right now. Send them this and say, listen, Long Legz said if you can pick the starting 11 for Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest and you get it correct, he will send you an Arsenal shirt. No one's doing it. Not even, bro. Arteta wakes up in the morning and says, wait, I don't know who's going to play where today, bro. Let's see what goes on. But yeah, man. So that is my prediction for tomorrow's game, which I'm going to drop. Yeah, I'll drop this on Friday. So yeah, you'll see this the day before. Hopefully you'll see me post-match. And it is a 2-0 win off just 3 points. So the Arsenal, that is my combined starting 11. Guys, if you're not already, make sure you follow me on the TikTok, Long Legz AFC. Make sure you follow me on the IG, Long Legz AFC. I've got this silly little hair challenge going on where I'm just winding up people doing this hair challenge. It's a gimmick thing, you get me. It's not serious. But yeah, jump over there, follow me on all platforms, like, share, but comment. Let me know your thoughts, man. Would you pick the same players? Would you axe out Chris Wood and put in Gyökeres? Would you take out Hudson-Odoi, put an Eze on the left? Or would you take out Gibbs-White and have Ødegaard in the 10? Let me know, man. What's going on? Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.